If you're not familiar with our channel, I'm an American, Julia is Swedish, and we live together in Gothenburg, Sweden. We just want to clear up these misconceptions and talk about the truth on how Sweden is handling the coronavirus.
Honestly, we're taking this as serious as any other country. It's not like our health minister is smarter than the other health ministers in the other countries. Generally, when they give us recommendations, we follow. We do social distance. It's not like we're meeting a group of 40 friends, or at least we're not doing it, and most of our friends are taking this seriously. We don't go to clubs because the clubs are closed. Restaurants are open, but they have taken an approach where they close off every second table in the restaurant, so you can't be close to other people.
The gym's open, the public transportation's open.
But the gyms were closed.
They were closed for a week or so, but now they're open. I mean, I was at the gym this morning. The libraries are open. The public transportation is open and functioning. And I guess you could say that people here aren't as afraid as they are in other countries. Talking with my brother back home, for example, he's fully spooked by this. I think the media's got to him. People in the US are a lot more afraid. Although that's starting to change, and I sort of predicted this. I think that when people are locked up for too long and they start losing their jobs and have no income, then people are going to start protesting the lockdown, and that's exactly what we're seeing now. And so I think that's why Sweden's approach actually works really well. A good analogy is that, let's take a freeway, for example. The normal speed might be 80 miles per hour. And if you want it to be very safe, you could drop it down to 10 miles per hour. Although people aren't going to adhere to that speed limit for very long. They're going to get frustrated and then start speeding again. Whereas what Sweden has done is taken it down to 40 miles per hour. So, they haven't fully quarantined everyone, fully locked everyone down. They have taken precautions, but they're taking precautions that we can follow for much longer. So I guess.
Is it worth crashing the whole economy and making the whole country collapse? Because most of us are going to handle the virus well. Some people will have a cold, some people will have fever, but most people will be fine.
They're saying 40% of people are asymptomatic, meaning they show no symptoms at all. And if you look at the people that are mostly passing away from this, tragically, it's the elderly. It's something like 86% of the people that have passed away in Sweden are over age 60 and also have a pre-existing condition. So in my opinion, and again, we're not scientists, we're not doctors, I would say the best strategy is to have a mandatory quarantine or lockdown of people over age 70, and then let the young and healthy go out and build up immunity. That's why Sweden actually does have a high death rate per capita. So if you look at the amount of people that have died and then divide that by the population to get the per capita death, Sweden is pretty high up on the list. That's actually due in part to an outbreak in the elderly homes in Stockholm. Out of the 1,500 deaths in Sweden, it's something over 80% are in Stockholm County. It's because there was an outbreak in the nursing homes there, sadly. I think that's what accounts for the high death rate.
I think, speaking of America again, I think a lot comes down to the media as well. They are they're making a profit of this, of course. I mean, they are a company just like anyone else who wants to make money, and posting pictures with the doctors and everyone with this full-on mask and that scares people, and that makes people, they are using words to make you scared, and they exaggerate a lot of things and make it sound worse than it is.
The Swedish media is a little bit less sensational. So that's why I don't think people are as depressed or anxious or scared about the whole situation. I mean, honestly, the mood here in Sweden is it's almost business as usual. I'm riding my bike today. People are out at the park with their kids. The restaurants are open. It's sunny here in Sweden. And when the sun comes out, I mean,
the Swedes
are